Hey, wanted to post this real quick. I don't know if this will actually show up on camera or not, but I've been sort of advocating the SteriPen for quite some time, and had a lot of questions, a lot of comments, and some of them good, some of them bad. That they really liked it. The thing is, you got to remember it depends on batteries, and so a lot of people discount that right off the bat. I think there's some people that didn't know how to use it, and to be fair, I mean, I'm not going to get into that. If you're somebody that's had problems with SteriPen, I'm sorry, because I haven't had a single problem with mine yet. There were people that had problems when they came out, so some people in the nitpicking on it and saying, well, no, it failed here, it failed there, it didn't work. I guess, to be honest, I haven't had a single problem with them. It is my favorite way to purify water. It kills everything. And the one thing that I've mentioned before in a couple of the videos is the one only really complaint that I've gotten from people that have bought it after my advice of buying it, I guess, that have gone back to me is they're not used to the flavor of the water. So when you get it out of a lake, it tastes like lake water. And I sort of mentioned that with the flavoring thing before. But you got to understand, when you filter it, now you can see in here, I've got some, that's not the towel, there's some little floaties in there, there's some little debris and stuff that's in the water, and you know, it's not filtered. I don't really care. I mean, little sticks and stuff aren't really, they're not going to hurt you. And this platypus is one that I put in 2 tablets and let it sit, and that's sort of my backup water. Like if I'm leaving water that I know I've got and I don't know if I'm going to hit another water source, like walking up, I didn't have this filled because I kept crossing the same river on the way up the corner of the valley, and I knew it was going to be there till I got to the top. Once I hit the lake, then I filled this up full of lake water, and I'll tell you, it wasn't this color out of the lake. This chloride dioxide will tinge it, and I try to put it on this white napkin. I don't know if it's going to show up. I put these side by side. Now, yeah, there's not much water in here, but there is some. I'm hoping you can see that this is like a yellow water, a little discolored water, and it's not the bag, it's the water that has the chloride dioxide in it. This is the same water I took. I'm going to add a video on the end of this. I took when I stopped just at one of the crossings over that stream that I was telling you about. I just kept crossing the same waterfall that basically was the drainage off that lake that I went to. So it's you know, crystal clear, beautiful water. And over these waterfalls and everything else, it just gets aerated and it just tastes amazing. Now, if you put chlorine dioxide in it, some people like that fresher chlorine taste. I think they probably are just reminded of what their tap water tastes like. If you have a filter, whether it be an MSR or anything, and you filter that out, you're going to have some sort of, you know, carbon element in there that's going to sort of take some of the flavor out along with everything else. It's going to sort of like your Brita filter at home. And then if you have to purify it afterwards, because filters, there's only very few filters that are going to take out viruses. Most of your filters are going to be your, you know, your cryptosporidiums are going to be down to 0.2 microns. Even some of the aqua mirrors that you've seen that I use that screws on the top of the platypus are really good. That's not going to handle viruses, and viruses are, there's a number of them. I don't really have to worry about them up here in Washington that much, unless I'm getting it through suspect areas, like in an urban environment is where I'd really run into viruses. Up in the wilderness, they're far and few between. I don't know anybody who's ever gotten one up here. But there are bacterias, and so that's your protozoas and your cryptosporidiums and your giardias and stuff. And your filters will catch those. That's down to, you know, 0.2, 0.3 microns. Viruses, you got to get a lot smaller than that. And so what they do is, to get those out, is there's a company called First Aid that uses it, and they actually have, there's a iodine resin that's similar to your iodine tablets. And I've told you before, the iodine tablets won't kill crypto. But if you've already filtered out the crypto, all you have is viruses left, that iodine will kill viruses. So you don't have to worry about that. You'll still have that little bit of iodine flavor. The iodine resins they're using nowadays, and there's even a catadiene, and I've got, it's like the Extreme XR. It's like a water bottle that has the filter inside of it. It has a iodine reservoir in it, and it will do viruses, bacteria, you name it, it'll do everything. But the iodine isn't till after the filter, so you have to get through the filter first. Sorry I'm making this video so long. I sort of just wanted to point out, you'll see the video that I add on here afterwards. Anyway, the SteriPen kills everything, and it leaves the water tasting the way it's supposed to be. And you'll see on this video afterwards where, you know, it's fine if you want to filter it and run it through stuff and add your stuff to it. But, you know, if I can keep the water tasting the way it's supposed to be, and without the fear of getting sick and knowing everything is dead in there, it's unreal. And I guess until you get a SteriPen, you'll just have to trust me. I'll tell you what, guys, the SteriPen is still number one for me. I carry the chloride dioxide tablets for a backup, but I'm actually going to go get a stick. That is a whole tree. Alright, whatever. SteriPen, like I said before, and I've said many times, you know, you got to get used to your lake water tasting like lake, because there's not going to be any carbon, anything else added to make your water taste better. But you know what? When I purify that, that's exactly what it tastes like.